Maximus Analysis here for August 4th, 2016, and we had a choppy session. Again, looking at the daily time frame for the ES right here, you can see these are the type of sessions that you should not do anything on. That's day trading and swing trading. Again, if you're in the swing trade because you took this small buy signal, meaning you broke above yesterday's high, I wouldn't feel too confident right now in regards to that, and I would just wait. Again, the dip to me is above sub 2100 to 2180, and it has to hit there with some type of velocity versus what we currently had, which was a lot of nothing today. So again, we should have some movement tomorrow. I think the job reports, and I think you'll get a break below 2150, and we'll see if it comes to retest the 2134 level, which is right about here, which is not that far. That's the breakout level. Again, we'll go to the weekly so you can see how this thing plays out, but you can see there's the 2134 area, which is the high back here from last year. Let's look at the NQ. NQ gave you a little bit more movement to the upside. Now, are they going to hold? Again, this is a movement of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. Okay, we have from these lows right here. So again, I wouldn't be going long here just because I would rather get some type of pullback, and this currently is not a pullback in my opinion. You have one red bar. I would need a better pullback than that, maybe around to this region right here, leveraging off of these previous highs, which would flush out a lot of the late bloomers, breakout guys, and get us into a trade that has lower risk, higher probability, and actually has a target. Right now, people would target, I don't know, maybe 5,000. I would say you have to have a pullback in order to do that. YM, again, same thing, very choppy session, layering above previous highs, 2 weeks into that. Again, looking at the daily time frame, this is actually a better looking chart, but again, I don't really don't mess with the down names because of the way they act. Crude was up about $1, again holding these 40 60 area, and again the low I think would be the 38 area. Looking at the weekly chart, depending on where we close, it is setting up for inverse head and shoulders pattern and giving you basically the price level that we wanted to hold. It's a little bit shy of that 38, but we'll see how this candle closes for tomorrow. Remember, it is a weekly candle, so it is still open. You have gold. Again, if you're in gold, I would suggest you roll your stop to break even if you got in and just hold it, because it might come and retest this area. We'll see how it, there wasn't much push in this week, but again, it needs to get above here, the 1400 level, to get a little bit more pop. Let's look at only a few names because again, stuff did not really move that much. You had Amazon. Let's look at the daily. You can see that really hasn't, really didn't move much. Again, it looked like an engulfing pattern, but it's not only about this, but where we are in regards to a weekly move. For all the way from these highs, and even from these, it's still a significant move. We have the upward resistance that we've spoke about on the newsletters, and you can see the levels that I put in here. You also have Apple, which was up by 65 cents. Nothing crazy. Want to see if they're going to hold below this 200-day moving average. You also had Tesla, which had its earnings and ended up doing a lot of movement. You can see on the 15-minute that overnight it flashed and then just pretty much just stayed flat. Let's look at what the weekly tells us, and again, we want to see if how they're going to move, because again, they could break below these lows. You can see how the volume is tapered out. See if the volume is what happens if they break below this low, which is 221.50. Besides that, just kind of keeping stuff at bay. You did have a pretty decent move at Facebook today, just for the day. But again, I don't like where this would be going long. We'll see. Again, it's probably you'll have to leverage below this pivot. And again, on the weekly time frame, it just looks a little bit tired. You can see the volume is really dropped off. So again, this is the earnings kind of flash, and you have the upward resistance of 128.34. So we'll continue to watch this. Again, I don't want to draw this one out because there really wasn't a lot going on. You had TLT still holding these previous breakout pullback levels. So again, above, we'll see where this closes and take it from there. But again, it's a pretty tight pullback, but again, it could continue up. So we'll see how bonds and everything, the credit markets work themselves out for tomorrow. If you haven't, I'll send you out the newsletter that I posted on Monday so you can get it. Please shoot me an email if you haven't gotten it yet, and we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. We should have some movement from that jobs report. All right, take care.